First, let me thank everybody for taking time out of your busy schedules to sit down and join me on this webinar this afternoon. For those that don't know me, my name is Franklin Stouffer, and I am the Vice President of Sales here at Delta Media Group. And I'm excited today to share with you all a new chapter and the next generation of real estate technology that we've got coming from Delta this year. This is a really exciting webinar for us to be delivering, as we're going to be talking in detail today about some of the next major changes that are happening with the Deltanet software as it relates to new products that we're adding into the suite of tools that we already offer, as well as major updates and revamps to existing products that we've got within our toolkit. And what I'd like to do is essentially give a detailed walkthrough and an overview, as we've got a mix of companies on this call that some are existing Delta Media Group partners and some aren't yet working with us. And so this is going to be kind of a complete overview of who we are as a company, as well as talking in detail about those new product launches that we've got on our radar for this year. And for those that aren't aware of who we are, Delta Media Group is one of the longest standing technology providers within the real estate space, having been in business all the way back to 1994. So we put together at Delta one of the very first websites in the country that was powered by MLS data and photos more than 25 years ago. And we have operated solely within the real estate technology software space in that time. And really the people that have helped grow our organization over the last 20 years are those that have been independent brokerages and companies that are looking to find ways to compete and win against so-called industry disruptors. And so what we provide as services for our partners are fully customizable websites, as well as industry-leading search engine optimization strategies to generate lead opportunities, and fully customizable back-end CRM products that allow you to implement within your organization automated marketing tools to help your agents do more business. And today, I'm happy to say Delta Media Group is servicing more than a dozen of the top 100 ranked real estate brokerages in the country, more than 75 leading RE affiliated firms, and 50,000 agents across the country. And so really, if you looked at our three biggest differentiators, those would be number one, that we are a completely family owned and operated technology company with no outside investing, no Wall Street venture capital dollars in our organization. We are 100% owned and operated by our CEO, Michael Meinert, who is pictured on this slide here. And why I lead with that as a differentiator is because we put in writing in our contracts a no-sell guarantee, that when you partner with Delta Media Group, you know who you're going to be working with long-term. And that's with an independent technology company that's really focused on delivering tools and executing on strategies that are going to be important and critical for our partners to succeed and do more business and compete against those industry disruptors like a Compass or a Zillow. One of our other differentiators is that we provide the easiest and most customizable to use CRM platform in real estate. And we're going to be talking a lot about the customization and simplicity inside of the new Deltanet platform that I'm going to be showcasing today. And additionally, our other big differentiator is the sheer focus that we put as it relates to SEO and search engine optimization, and ensuring that our clients' websites rank very well within the search engines, and that we continue to drive visibility, traffic, and leads to your website so that you and your agents can do more business. So we have a mentality at Delta that is really our theme of the year, which is people first. And so we're always looking for ways that we can expand the relationships and partnerships that we've got with brokerages inside of the real estate sector. And so as part of this People First initiative, we had three major things that we did this year that started last year that are making a major impact to companies that work with us. Number one, we introduced and are expanding the advisory committees that we have within our organization. And an advisory committee is a group of brokerages within a specific sector. For example, we have an advisory committee that consists of leading RE affiliated companies. We have an advisory committee that exists of Coldwell Banker affiliated companies. And so the idea is we get these groups of brokerages together that can idea share, explain to their peers what's working in their organization from a MarTech perspective, what's not working to give to us to help make our products better. And it's truly been amazing for us. And a lot of what we're going to be talking about today as it relates to new products, services, and updates in the Delta platform have come directly from feedback we've heard from brokerages in our advisory committees. And we're looking to expand those and add more. We've also created a partner success department. Many of you that are current Delta partners have worked with people at our company, such as Harley, Charles, Jacob, and they're part of a partner success team that's really focused on helping to strengthen and build better relationships with our partners. Because at the end of the day, we are a technology company that wants to build incredible tools, and we want to rely on our partners, the actual users of the Deltanet, to help tell us what's working, what do they need more of in their business. And that's going a long way in developing the product and helps all of you that use our tools. And number three, a restructuring of our technical support team and an even further expansion of it, expanding the size and scope of that team and maintaining it as a Northeast Ohio in-house technical support team that's able to take phone calls, live chats, handle emails, and expand the capabilities of that technical support team to better service you, our partners. And so as we think about how Delta wants to help be more people first oriented, we want to think about what are the things that your people care about, your agents and the users that you're trying to drive to your website. And so we've got this concept that some of you on the call may have heard me talk about in webinars last year, which is these 5 concepts and 5 actionable steps that we try to help real estate agents and brokerages take in their business and organization to be even more competitive with companies like Compass, EXP, and others that are moving in and disrupting traditional real estate brokerages. And I think this is a really important topic, and it's going to be woven throughout the technology and the tools we talk about today of why do we do what we do at Delta, and why is this so important to us, and why do we build the things we do? And it's because at the end of the day, our business exists to help traditional brokerages succeed. And we see and hear so many of our partners that are in major metro areas, and even throughout the middle of America now, in Columbus, Ohio, we see major inroads of companies like Compass or EXP making big moves. And what we want to be able to do is help empower every traditional real estate brokerage and agent to be able to know that not only can you compete, but you can win against those technology companies. And what we're talking about today with our new Deltanet platform and what we'll be discussing is essentially the culmination of more than 25 years and $35 million worth of research and development into the technology platform that you can have at your disposal and that your agents may already have at their fingertips today. And so all the tools that we have at Delta are designed to help your agents be more powerful with their brand, being efficient with their time so they can focus on the things that are most important to them, being creative with their marketing and trying to get new listings, being reliable for their customers so that they get repeat business that's so important to them, and to be different in their marketplace. And so how we do that at Delta is with our big suite of tools. And everything is powered in our platform by the Deltanet. That is the underlying core of what we do. It is the platform. And for those that are a little bit more marketing and technology oriented, you are probably familiar with the Adobe suite of products. You've got Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, and so many other great tools that are in their umbrella. We look at the Deltanet as the same way, where we've got a variety of products that you can plug in to the Deltanet that are built all in one in mind. We've got this saying at Delta that we are all in one when you want it. We want to have an integrated, easy to use platform that's super combined and it works well together because it was built together. So we want to be all in one when you want it, but we also want to offer best in class when you don't. So if you're only looking for a specific thing, maybe you really just want a nice, beautiful, customized website, you want to drive more leads through SEO services, we could do that, and we don't have to necessarily power your CRM. At the end of the day, our products work best when they're all together, and that all-in-one idea is something that we're continuing to build on this year. So there's new products that are on this slide that some of you that are existing products may not have heard of before. Deltanet Academy is something that we just launched last month, and it's an integrated learning management system that we'll talk about here briefly. We're launching a CMA and presentation builder, Delta Pitch, which is launching as an integrated service into the platform next month. And we've also got a major overhaul of our creative studio platform, Delta Create, that's coming later this year. On top of that, we have services that you're familiar with, like Open House Connector to run open houses, Ad Wizard to help you have automated advertising running for your listings, local showings for those that are looking for an independent showing service that's integrated with MLSs across the country today, as well as Properties in Motion, our automated listing video service, which has been operating since 2015. And so we've got these suite of tools today, and we're going to talk about some of the new ones and the evolution of the Deltanet as a platform. For those that didn't already catch last month's webinar with me, we launched Deltanet Academy last month. And Deltanet Academy is an integrated learning management system that's designed to allow our clients, there's no extra cost to have Deltanet Academy launched, have our clients have the ability to have an integrated place inside of their CRM and company intranet where they can direct agents to go to take training courses. Out of the box, Deltanet Academy is populated with training courses about the Deltanet. Obviously, it's one of the tools that you want your agents to be using if you're paying for our products and services. And so we've created integrated workthroughs with integrated guides, quizzes, and more that you can have any agent in your organization assigned to take a class and help learn more of the tools that are at their disposal. I could build a custom create my own course, and I could assign that course to be completed by an agent on a specific due date, have reminders and notifications run, and I can see a history of who's completed the courses and who hasn't. So out of the box, you've got multiple classes that are available, and you can custom create your own. I want to reiterate that this learning management system is not just about technology. It's not just about the Deltanet. You can custom create your own learning courses for things like when you onboard a new agent, you may want them to take a day one course that's all about your company and branding and your rules and regulations about the marketing within your organization. And so Deltanet Academy is something that you can use to drive more adoption of your CRM and technology stack, because you're going to be driving all of the agents in your organization into the learning management system where they're taking all of their training courses. We have a version 2 of the platform that is already in development that's going to massively expand the capabilities of Deltanet Academy, adding things like milestones and achievements, being able to restrict functionality until an agent has completed a course, and more. And so this is something that's going to continue to evolve over 2021 and 2022. And we are very, very excited about the future of what we can do with Deltanet Academy as it relates to getting more and more agents inside of the ecosystem and more comfortable and familiar with our technology solutions. That being said, if you want more details on Deltanet Academy, there is an extended webinar that I did last month that's available on our YouTube channel if you didn't catch that last month. One of our other new products that is launching that is extremely exciting for us at Delta is Delta Pitch. And this is a product that we have been working on for over 2 years that is a CMA builder at launch that is also going to be expanded into a full presentation builder. And Delta Pitch is something that we have paid immense attention to over the last 2 years as we've gone through the build process and gathered feedback from our advisory committees on what are the things that are important for a real estate agent as they think about their CMA products. So for us, what we thought was most important is that an agent can quickly build a CMA in as few as one click, where I enter an address, I click quick build a CMA, and it's automatically given me an amazing, beautiful company branded CMA platform with comps that are being displayed, recent pending sales, and more. We have an entire AI platform built underneath of Delta Pitch that's going to automatically show the agent all of the relevant properties and display all the information about that agent within an interactive flipbook that can be shared directly with their prospects. So I enter an address, I say quick build CMA, I've got a branded interactive flipbook filled with comps. If I want, I can click start a Zoom call right from that flipbook, and I can call my prospects and I can go through the CMA with them live with an interactive flipbook. If I wanted to customize the comps, because as we know, most real estate agents should be taking the time to go through and really building a nice CMA. If you want to take the time to do that, you absolutely can customize the comps within the CMA platform. Out of the box, we'll have multiple templates that are available for you to use. Companies can create their own templates of the CMA. You can build your own custom pages within the CMA platform and more. This is an entire presentation builder that, again, we're going to have great material for out of the box, but that more will be coming later this year. Delta Pitch is scheduled to launch in May of 2022. Now, one thing that's really important for me to mention as it relates to our CMA products, Delta Pitch, is that there are things that we're going to be able to do with Delta Pitch that many other CMA services won't be able to do, because this is integrated into a massive technology stack in the Deltanet. And so it's just one example of some of the creative thinking and new tools that we want to bring when you think about CMA is look at the ability our clients will have that are using our AVM product. So on all Delta Media Group websites, you've got the ability to generate listing leads. A customer can go to your website, they can enter an address and get multiple different estimates back on the value of their property. This generates an opportunity for you as the brokerage to pick up new listings potentially. Well, with Delta Pitch, if you're also using our CMA tools, what this means is that simply by a customer coming to your website and entering their address to get multiple estimates back on the property, we can automatically build a CMA for the agent that is assigned that lead. So they can go directly to that prospect, not just knowing what their automated home value estimates were, but also having a full CMA that actually has the real comps that they could display to that potential seller. And so there's a lot of this type of activity where, because of the breadth of data within the Deltanet, we're going to be able to do some really creative things with our CMA tools. So for us, it's going from AVM to CMA instantly, and more of those types of automations in the CMA builder that we're really, really excited about. But most importantly, and what we're going to spend the majority of our webinar today talking about, is Deltanet 7. And Deltanet 7 is the next major version update of our platform. I've been with Delta Media Group for 7 years, and I'm happy to say in our company, we're constantly innovating and evolving the offerings that we have. When I was hired, we were on Deltanet version 4, and here we are 7 years later, and we're at Deltanet 7. And really what Deltanet 7 represents is something very different from our previous major version product updates. Deltanet 7 was built with two key concepts in mind that we really picked up and wanted to run with, which was we wanted it to be simple and we wanted it to feel like it's yours. One of the hardest things that I encounter as a professional that is training and engaging with real estate agents and helping to push adoption of our technology platform is agents will see all of this functionality. We really at Delta have spent 25 years creating features and products and empowering agents with the things they said they need and that they've asked for. And the easiest way for me to boil this down is that we feel that over the last 25 years, we've catered to the 10%, 5% of very technology-oriented agents because we don't ever say no. We always want to build the products and tools that our clients say they need. But what that means is that in catering to that 5% of very techy agent, we've alienated 95% of the agents that would get overwhelmed by all of these features and tools. And you're talking hundreds of features within the Deltanet. And so how can we at Delta take 25 years and hundreds of features that we've built in our platform without sacrificing any of that functionality? How can we make it simple? That was our challenge to ourselves with Deltanet 7. Let's spend an entire version update cycle simplifying everything. And let's take the customization that we introduced with Deltanet 6, with our tile system and with being able to theme and white label our platform. Let's take that concept a step further. Let's really make our companies make this platform theirs. Let's make it yours. We don't want to have just an off-the-shelf solution, which we will have, but we want to be able to offer those companies that want not just an off-the-shelf suit, but something that's a tailored suit that is exactly what their organization needs. We want the Deltanet to be able to do that. And so we have this concept of made simple, made yours, where for those companies that just want a quick off-the-shelf solution that they can plug into their organization and it's going to make a difference, we wanted the Deltanet to be able to do that. Deltanet 7 will have a fully automated off-the-shelf version that you can get. For those companies that branding is so important and you want to get those proverbial golden handcuffs on your agents so they feel like they love the technology at your company, but they can't leave it and go get it somewhere else, we wanted you to be able to fully white label and customize Deltanet 7 so that it is something that your agents won't be able to find anywhere else. So from an off-the-shelf default to a completely integrated customized version that is made yours. This is taking a couple of different snapshots of Deltanet 6 today. This is 4 different companies that have got the Deltanet activated within their organizations. So you do have off-the-shelf offerings that simply say Deltanet, and you've got these long tiles with words that we have as our defaults. We have companies like Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group out of Chicago that does not call it the Deltanet. In their organization, it is the Galaxy CRM. And they've got these buttons that make it feel a lot more like a mobile app, which the Deltanet is also a mobile app that you can get in the iOS or Android store. Other companies like Watson Realty Corp call it ProLink Plus. Again, it's to help feel like it's a part of your company's technology stack that your agents can't go out and find elsewhere. And you can custom create these tiles and build dashboards and workflows for your agents. Or as Home Sale has done, created a single sign-on hub where when their agents log into the Deltanet, they're automatically logged into dozens of other places. So we want this tool to be unique because you guys at your companies know what your agents want and need in their business a lot more than we do. We want to build the tech, but we need to rely on you and the partnership we have together to give you guys something that's truly unique and is going to make a difference in your organization. So that's how we made it yours with Deltanet 6. So let's take this concept a big step further. What we wanted to be able to do is allow you to white label the entire Deltanet without having to rely on us. So you could change your theming and skins when you want. We want you to be able to customize the entire navigation of the Deltanet. So we have some companies that have hidden all the sub navigation, but they had to do it through us. We want to give you the tools at your brokerage to be able to customize your navigation or disable it altogether. We want to be able to give you the ability to create your own internal Deltanet pages. So if you think about our customer center or our agent welcome page or our single sign-on dashboards, these are pages in the Deltanet. We want to give you the ability to create your own internal Deltanet pages so you can put what you care about on those pages. So as an example, we're going to giving you the ability to take widgets within the Deltanet and custom build your own pages and workflows. And we're going to create roles within the system. So essentially, you can make the Deltanet as easy or complicated as you want, because with our role-based system, you're going to be able to have agents categorized into multiple different roles. You might have an advanced agent role in your organization that these are the agents that are super techie. They want to see everything. They want to be able to do everything. And that's great. You can assign them the role of advanced agent. They can see everything in the Deltanet. For everybody else, you're going to start them on the simple role in the Deltanet, which maybe only gives them access to 10 or so tools or 5 tools that you think are really important that all of your agents have access to. So you can essentially use these roles to create a simple or easy mode or simple or advanced mode of the Deltanet. And so here's the first screenshot of the presentation of Deltanet 7. This is looking at the customer center within Deltanet 7. And everything that's highlighted in red are the things that you can customize inside of Deltanet 7. So as an example, I could white label the header. I could change this so it's not saying Deltanet. It's going to be ProLink Plus or Galaxy, or change the colors. You could control the theming and the skinning of the actual app. You could customize the navigation of the Deltanet. So similar to the tiles that you can create in Deltanet 6, you're now going to be able to control the navigation of the system. So you can have a CRM tab in sub-navigation under it that you can control. Or if you want to have a bunch of quick links in the left-hand nav, maybe you liked how it was in Deltanet 5, where there was 13 quick buttons that would take you into different areas. You can rebuild that. Some of our clients don't want navigation at all. They're going to hide the entire navigation and say, the Deltanet app has one homepage, and that's what you work off. You don't need to jump around all these different places. So you have complete control over the navigation in the software. Beyond that, every section of the Deltanet is also being built as a widget. And these widgets give you the ability to create custom pages, where currently in our customer center, you're going to see tasks for customers. You're going to see leads that have been assigned. You're going to see customers that have had recent activity. But maybe you want to add a widget for all of the listings that have hit the market. Maybe you want to add a widget to set up market watch reports right here. Maybe you want to add a widget to send an email blast. You'll be able to take any of the little elements or modules of the Deltanet and custom create your own pages, really giving you the ability to make it yours. One of the great things that ties back to the beginning of this call is when I talked about the creation of our partner success department, is that our partner success managers are available to help you custom create your own version of the Deltanet to make sure that it fits your needs and it fits your business. We'll figure out with you what are the things that matter most in your business, and our partner success team will help customize this to make it yours. We also want to make it simple. So how can we introduce this customization on the admin side, but make things super simple and easy for the agents? And so I'm happy to say that every single page in Deltanet 6 is being reworked and restylized in Deltanet 7. And so when we say made simple, one of the things we mean is that we want universal styling. Every single page of the Deltanet needs to match a style guide that we've created in Deltanet 7. For those that are existing partners with us, you may have noticed that some tools feel like a little bit different stylistically than others. If you're looking at our ad wizard builder, and then you take a look at our social media connector, they look a little bit different in the styling, and there's not consistency on some of those internal features. We're redoing everything so that from start to finish, every page matches stylistically. We're also reducing and eliminating endless scrolling within the system. Some of our more advanced pages today, you would have to scroll down the page, several scrolls, to find what you were looking for. We have completely eliminated that endless scrolling feature that you may have seen on some of the pages in Deltanet 6. One of our big pillars in the ground that we had for Deltanet 7 was that nothing in the system could take more than 3 clicks to accomplish. So anything at all that I wanted to do in Deltanet 7, I had to be able to do within 3 clicks or less. And for us, a scroll also counted as a click. So we wanted to massively simplify everything and build the Deltanet with the idea in mind that this is a mobile app. We wanted to appify everything and make it feel very, very simple and easy out of the box. And so this first page that we're looking at is actually the new lead processing screen in Deltanet 7. So let's say I'm assigned a lead through my website, or the company assigns me as an agent a lead. I'm going to get an instant text message. I'm going to get a notification through the mobile app. I'm going to get an email. I'm going to have multiple contacts saying, you have a new lead opportunity in the Deltanet. Within 2 clicks, I could completely process this lead. So on desktop, I clicked on the email link and here's what I see. The name of the customer, the showing request or the request that they have made. I can quickly respond to this lead by sending an email back, and there's pre-built templates. I could call them if I had FaceTime on my computer or I have a dialer system. I could send them a text message back if I've got a virtual phone number set up in the Deltanet, or I could already process this lead and say, you know what, I already took care of this earlier. You've also got different activity that's going to display on that lead. So if I wanted to see a timeline of what was all the activity that this person took before they submitted a lead request, you're going to see it in an easy to understand timeline view. If you wanted to see notes that were affiliated with this customer, I could see those, or it'll automatically put them into my sales pipeline if I've got the pipeline manager activated. So this person is a lead, they might be a qualified lead. So it's going to show me the dollars that they represent in my sales funnel based off of the value of the property that they submitted a lead for. And I can see all of that activity right on this lead page. For reference, this is what the lead page looks like on desktop in Deltanet 6. So in Deltanet 6, when you get assigned a lead, you'll get that email, you'll get that text message. But when you're actually viewing the lead, you'll notice I can't process this lead. I can't respond to it. You actually have to scroll down the page to see the response tools. You can't see all of the notes or activity or history of what happened with this property. So we've restylized the lead flow to show you much more information, keeping it simple and easy to understand, and allowing you to respond to that lead without needing to scroll or click multiple times. More importantly, here's what the lead processing looks like on mobile. If I got a lead on my phone and I clicked on the text message or the app notification, this is what I'm going to see in Deltanet 7. I see what the lead request was for, and here are my 4 options to respond to the lead. I don't have to scroll. I don't have to click multiple places. I literally tapped on the text message or the notification on my phone, and then I can respond to this lead. So they wanted a showing request on this property. I could go ahead and give them a call and I could confirm that showing. Or I could give them more details about the property. This will open up my phone's dialer. This will send a text message through my phone. I could see my email response templates. Literally, I see the buttons right there. I could process and respond to this lead in 2 seconds. Here's what that looks like in Deltanet 6. If I was responding to a lead in Deltanet 6, you're going to have to scroll down. You're going to have to click respond. You'll get a drop-down menu, and it'll actually take you 4 clicks total to respond to a lead in Deltanet 6. In Deltanet 7, we've cut that more in half. It takes 2 clicks total. Click on the link to get into the system, and then you can click on the response type you want. You can see everything without needing to scroll. This is the actual profile page of a customer. So let's say you got that lead, you responded to the lead. Here's what their profile page is now going to look like in Deltanet 7. Here are the details of this customer that is now a contact in your CRM. I can see what pipeline phase they're in. I could see their engagement score. I could see if there was any lead referral fee type on that person. How did it get added into my system? And if I was a team leader, I can also see which team member is assigned this contact. So I'm only seeing this assigned to field because I'm a team leader in this example. And I can see that this contact is actually assigned to one of my agents, Caleb. And then I'm able to see all of the ways that I can respond to this customer, the date they were last active, and the details of their profile. So what's their preferred method of communication, their spouse's name, address. I could see below that even further, all of the activity in a timeline that this contact has made, files attached to their account, properties they have saved, notes, tasks, and to-dos. It's all right here, easy to see immediately above the fold. One thing that I want to make mention of here is that we're also, and as I go through these different pages, keep an eye out for it, we're also completely unifying all of the actionable steps in the Deltanet. So anywhere in the system that you could edit something, you're going to have a little blue edit pencil. We're eliminating all the text boxes. We're going much more to an app-like look and feel, where if I wanted to edit the profile of this contact, or I'm going to edit listing details, you're going to see this little blue pencil. If you wanted to filter something, you're going to see a little filter icon. They're stylistically, and I'll point them out as we go, we are massively simplifying how everything functions and making it a lot cleaner in the overall user experience. For reference, here's what it looks like in Deltanet 6 on desktop. If you were looking at a customer's profile page, you've got a lot visually happening here. You've got different colors, you've got different buttons, you've got all these quick links, you've got the ability, all the features and functionality are there, but visually, if you take a look at how this looks within Deltanet 6, looking at a customer's contact record and compare that with Deltanet 7, I think it's pretty night and day stylistically how much cleaner and easy to read and understand this is compared to this. Again, on mobile, if I was looking at a customer's contact record, let's say I got a phone call from one of my clients and I want to quickly add a note to their account, I could type in their name on my mobile app. Here's what I'm going to see when I'm looking at Caleb's profile on my mobile device. I can see the information that's most important to me immediately. I could see their engagement score. I could see when he was last active. I could quickly get in contact with this customer. And this is an important thing to note here. You'll notice on many of the pages that I'm showing this new back arrow. So everything in the Deltanet is being designed so that I could simply tap a back button to get where I was previously. So if I got to Caleb's account because I was looking at a customer list, so I was looking at all my contacts, I clicked on Caleb, here's his details, I called him, I left a note, I could just tap the back button and I'm right back at the customer list where I was working previously. Or maybe I was building an email and then I got a call from Caleb, so I went to my contacts record. When I'm done on his record, I can click the back button and I'll be right back on the email builder where I was. I could seamlessly navigate everywhere in the software by just tapping on the back arrow to get back to where I was. So we're opening these modals within the software and helping it feel a lot more connected and app-like and fluid. Again, for reference, here's what the contact page looks like in Deltanet 6 today. So you're going to see the customer's name, you're going to see all the groups they're a part of. Visually and stylistically, you can see that there's going to be a lot of scrolling on this page to find the things that I care about. I can't see when Caleb was most recently active. I can't respond to him. I can't connect with this customer without having to scroll down. In Deltanet 7, I easily can see all the details that are relevant to me, and I can easily respond to him. I could see when he was most recently active and more. So reducing the scrolling and being very intentional on the things that we're showing to the agent that they care about. This is the updated customer center page. So if I'm logging into my CRM, here's the current widgets that we've got displayed that are going to show me as the agent all the things that are relevant to my contacts. I could see follow-up tasks that are scheduled. I could see leads. I could see customers. And as I mentioned earlier, stylistically, we're simplifying and unifying all the different things that you can do in the app. So as an example, I can filter my tasks, or I could filter my contacts. So I have a little filters button because I could easily sort or filter these different modules, these widgets. If I can add something, I'm going to have a blue plus sign. So I can add a task. I could add a customer. It's uniform. I know the blue plus means I can add. The little filter icon means I can sort. If I see the 3 dots, it means there's an action I can take. So if I tap on these 3 dots here in the customer record, it's going to be the actions that I can have with this contact. I could go to his account. I could send him an email. I could add a note. So the 3 dots represent for everything, there's an action you can take here. So stylistically, we're really cleaning up the system and unifying things. Again, these are all widgets. You can put different widgets on your customer center, or you could use any of these widgets and place them on another page in the Deltanet because we're making it customizable by you. For reference, this is what the customer center looks like in Deltanet 6. So I can see these big process leads. You'll notice that you've got a scrolling section within a scrollable page. That is another thing that we have done away with within Deltanet 7. You're not going to have scrolling windows within a scrolling page in the app. This can sometimes be frustrating if I was scrolling down the page and my mouse or my finger, if I was on mobile, might catch in this table and I would start scrolling in the table instead of scrolling down the page as I wanted. So we've eliminated that within the software as well. On mobile, if I'm jumping into my customer center, I can quickly see all the tasks because this is the first widget in the list. And I can quickly scroll through tasks, leads, contacts. Again, you can reorder or rebuild these widgets however you please. In Deltanet 6, on mobile, this is your customer center. You can see your process requests. You would have to scroll down the page and be careful not to catch your finger in the scrolling box as well. So again, eliminated that scrolling within scrolling from a UX perspective. This is looking at email campaigns. And so this is actually a page I'm excited to talk about because email campaigns is one of the most complicated things within any CRM platform because you've got a ton that you can do with a good CRM that has really expansive email marketing tools. This is one of the hardest things that I think that we have to communicate to a real estate agent because this is really getting into marketing, creating dynamic workflows and things that can branch off for an email campaign. And so I can tell you, a lot of our brokerages will build an email campaign and they'll activate it for their agents. I think the number was like less than 5 or 6% of agents in the Deltanet had ever created their own email campaign because it's a really scary, overwhelming thing. And so in Deltanet 7, what we wanted to do was make this more visual. How can I visualize how an email campaign works? So I can quickly see I'm looking at a buyer campaign that we've got included out of the box in the Deltanet. Who's in this campaign? So I can see we actually have 4 different sources that are going to drop people into this buyer campaign. They filled out a form on my website. They filled out an AVM. They filled out, they responded to one of my emails. We have 4 different sources that drop them into that campaign. There's a user group. Anybody that's a part of a group is in this campaign. And I also have 2 customers I manually added. So I can see who is in the campaign. We also have triggers that can be used to automatically enroll customers into a campaign. As one example, this campaign might start when mortgage interest rates are below 5%, or if they go above 6%. That's an external trigger that can start the campaign without the agent having to do anything. So I could see who's in the campaign, I could see what starts it, and then it's just a simple timeline. Here's what happens on day 1, somebody's in the campaign. On day 2, is this an email or is it a text message? I could click on any one of these steps in the campaign and I could add a new step to it. So I'm just going to scroll through the timeline of the campaign. Visually, it's a lot easier to understand. I'm just scrolling down it. And when I get to the end of the campaign, there's going to be a little chain icon because I can chain this campaign into other ones. So what happens to a customer when they reach the end of the timeline, when they've had the last step of the campaign finished? Are they chained into another campaign or are they just done? And it notifies me this contact has ended their campaign. So we've made it all in an easy visual timeline that you can scroll down. Here's what that looks like in Deltanet 6. If you are in the email campaign system, you're going to see a list of campaigns. You tap on one, and then it opens up a pop-up modal, and you're going to have to see all the different steps in the campaign. You've got all these views, the opens, the click-throughs. Visually, it doesn't show me here who's in the campaign. How do I add steps to the campaign? How do I chain this campaign to another one? You're not seeing that represented visually in Deltanet 6. You can do it, but there's extra steps involved and it's not clearly communicated. In Deltanet 7 on mobile, if I was looking at an email campaign, I could quickly see here's who's in it, here's the triggers, and I can scroll down the days. Here's what's happening in that email campaign. If I wanted to edit, there's my edit button to add or edit the options. I could add a customer. The gear icon means there's settings to the campaign that I control, etc. On mobile for Deltanet 6, here's what that campaign looks like. If you were trying to edit that campaign, you're actually going to have a scrolling table where you'd have to scroll left to right inside of Deltanet 6 to see all the details that we're demonstrating to you on this page. This next page is also one that existing customers have been most vocal about. So this is an example of the agent's profile page in the Deltanet. You've added a new agent to your company. You're going to add that new agent to your CRM. Here is what it looks like in Deltanet 7 if you wanted to modify an agent account. I could see their profile. And we've introduced a new section of our internal pages called workflows. So this workflow over here essentially allows you to quick jump into different sections. In Deltanet 6, this page right here that I've got pulled up, this is the edit agent account page in Deltanet 6. This page has probably 100 different little boxes in it, and you would scroll down this page a very long time to find all the different information and details that you might want to have added for an agent's account. In Deltanet 6, if you wanted to quickly find a setting, I could type it in this box. If I wanted to quickly change the phone number of this agent, I tap the phone numbers box. This workflow stays consistent. The page is never refreshing. It's going to actually change on the right-hand side the data that's being represented. So profile, it's showing me on the right-hand side. I tap on offices. The right-hand side now shows me all the offices they're a part of, and I could add them to a new office. Same thing for phone numbers or addresses or social media accounts. It lets me have one simple page where I can quick jump to different settings because there's so many different things that you could do with an agent's account. Again, in Deltanet 6, you would be scrolling and looking for the boxes that you wanted to populate rather than having quick jumping options into those specific features. On mobile, if I was an agent looking at my own account information, again, I'm going to just be able to quickly see here's all the different things that are related to my profile. What do I want to edit? Tapping the arrow will actually open up all the boxes that are relevant directly below the workflow. So this helps take those more complicated pages and keep them much more streamlined and give you the ability to find what you're looking for. Again, the concept is everything in the system can be found and completed with less than 3 clicks total. In Deltanet 6 today, the agent account page, you're going to be scrolling for quite some time. If you wanted to edit your bio, for example, you're going to have to scroll down this page to find your bio. In Deltanet 7, I could just tap on my profile and the bio is going to be there. So the 3 things that I want to one thing that I want to add, we talked about making it yours, making it simple. Well, a third concept came up that was very, very important to us at Delta Media Group that we wanted to continue to keep in mind with Deltanet 7. And so really, as we describe this product to our brokerage partners, and as you guys start to introduce the concept of Deltanet 7 to your agents, there are three key words that define this entire project, this entire product. It's not just made simple, made yours. Deltanet 7 is all about simplification, customization, and that third one is automation. And automation is so key and important as you talk about what the product's going to do to help your agents compete and win against industry disruptors. So that automation piece is something that we needed to keep top of mind with Deltanet 7 as well. And so for us, this meant that as agents already using Deltanet 6 are getting introduced to Deltanet 7, we wanted to have them use all of the automations we've built into the product. In Deltanet 6, you can automate so much of the business that it's easy for agents to forget the value of the product because they've got an automation turned on and they might not even remember that it's turned on. They don't know what the system is doing for them. And so this automation idea is we want to give the agent more time back in their day. We want to give you, the brokerage, the ability to give something of value to your agents through automation. And we wanted to make it so that the tools that we've built are actually turned on for every agent. So candidly, I will tell you that in the Deltanet, we build new tools upon request. Normally, that tool is added and a company would have to go turn it on. An agent's going to have to go turn on that automation. Looking at the data that I had compiled earlier this year of all of our largest accounts, what I found was that less than 1 in 4 agents would go in and turn on these automations that would make such a difference in their business, the things they need to be doing. So one of the things that we're strategically doing with the launch of Deltanet 7 is creating an automation wizard, essentially. So what I mean is the first time an agent logs into Deltanet 7, they're going to get a pop-up box that says, welcome to Deltanet 7. Would you like to use recommended settings? If they say yes, all of the automations in the system are automatically on. We're going to automate their social posts. We're going to automate their newsletters. We're going to automate their market watch reports, automate their email campaigns, their lead settings, everything that we can do to make this agent a now tech automated agent that can compete with companies like Compass that sell on the lifestyle of their technology, or companies like Keller Williams that sell and recruit agents on the value of their command platform. You guys have something even better within the Deltanet that gives you the ability to fully automate your agent's business, literally with one click. I want to use recommended settings, all automations on. If you've got an agent that doesn't want all of the automations on, they simply say, no, I like to set up my own automations. And it takes them to an easy to understand page where they can turn on and off the different tools that they want automated. And so for those that aren't familiar to the Deltanet, there's so many different automated tools in the platform. Our mission statement at Delta, our company's mission, is that we want to automate to elevate life. Automation is critical. It's in our DNA. We automate internally. We automate our products. And so for us, an agent within Deltanet 7 will have the ability to get an automated text message when a lead is assigned to them, automatically have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter posts when they get a new listing, they sell a property, they have an open house, automatically pull testimonials from Facebook, from Zillow, from Real Satisfied, testimonial tree, have all those reviews in one place, automatically build to-do lists for their customers. Every time I log into the Deltanet, it's going to tell me a story with that data. We're going to have a system in place that will show the agent, and today, some of this is already in Deltanet 6, that when I log into my CRM, it's built me a to-do list. Call Harley because he looked at these 2 properties yesterday. Call Charles because he entered an AVM. He wanted to see what his house was worth. Call Caleb because he's looked at 15 different properties through his email reports, but he hasn't come back to the site. It will build me a to-do list on how to engage with my contacts and proactively prospect with them based off of their activity. We have a newsletter called My Customer for Life that is the best performing email marketing tool I've ever seen in my time as a sales professional. It's content that our marketing team creates every month with buyer, seller, home ownership content that all of your agents' contacts should be receiving. It has over a 70% click-through rate for these emails that are AI driven and giving content relevant to your agent's customers' interests. It's an immensely powerful tool, and I highly recommend you activate My Customer for Life if you haven't already. One of the automations we'll have turned on by default for agents in Deltanet 7 is these automated newsletters running to their clients. We're completely integrated with Google Workforce, Office 365 for calendar, contacts, emails, out of the box action plans and drip campaigns, automatically tied in with your transaction management software like SkySlope, Dotloop, and Property Base. We have an open house app to automate and help run your open houses more efficiently, and so much more built into the platform. Again, automation is a key part of the Deltanet 7 story, and we want these automations to be turned on by default by the agents when they're activating into Deltanet 7. And so here's really what this year's roadmap looks like for us at Delta. We have multiple major product updates that are happening this year. Deltanet Academy is our learning management system, and it is a key part of the Deltanet 7 experience. As I said earlier, Deltanet 7 is customizable. So if you want a custom white labeled version of the Deltanet, you want to build your own workflows, how we're going to help you train and maintain that customized system is through Deltanet Academy. We can help you build custom courses and workflows on how you train your agents with your unique product, your unique version that is not an off-the-shelf CRM. Your agents can't go get it anywhere else because we've custom built it for you and your organization. Deltanet Academy helps you train to that. Delta Pitch is our CMA product, and that is launching May 31st of this year. We are on track to have that May launch, and I'm super excited about being able to offer that for companies that are looking for an alternative CMA tool. All of our clients that are on digital marketing packages, Delta Pitch will be included at no extra cost. So if you are looking to save money, you're looking to cut third-party CMA tools you may be paying for, you would absolutely be able to do that with Delta Pitch. It is included for those customers on digital marketing packages. The Deltanet 7 beta launch is scheduled for this summer. This is for companies that want to be early adopters, they want to get agents hands-on with it, and they want to be able to provide us even more feedback before the full launch. You will be able to opt in agents into the Deltanet 7 beta in this summer. So we're looking at a late June, early July launch for our beta. And this is essentially to us, almost every single page on the agent side of the Deltanet has been revamped and restylized inside of Deltanet 7. So that's what our beta is. We're roughly 80% of pages complete for the beta. The Deltanet 7 full launch is slated for September of this year, meaning companies that are looking to come on board with Delta, if you're not already an existing partner, those that are signing up now will be able to launch with Deltanet 7 in September of this year. And the full launch includes every single page and workflow from Deltanet 6, restylized, revamped, and put together for Deltanet 7. That's things like Creative Studio, AdWizard, and more. The Deltanet 7 launch is going to be handled exactly like the Deltanet 6 launch. So for those of you that have been with us for years, you may remember moving from 5 to 6 was super easy because you were able to roll in different offices or different agents. You could pick when they moved from 5 to 6. And we actually still have clients today running on Deltanet 5 because we built 6 right on top of 5. So I could change between 5 and 6 however I wanted. We are doing the same workflow, the same launch process for Deltanet 7. So if you want to move from Deltanet 6 to Deltanet 7, you'll be able to enroll agent by agent, office by office, or change the whole company with the flip of a button into Deltanet 7. This is not a paid product update. If you are already a Delta partner, you'll be able to opt into Delta 7 with no additional fees. So again, you can pick and choose how you want to roll it out in September. Our goal is that Deltanet 5 will be sunset within a few months after the Deltanet 7 launch. So we're going to give those partners that are still running on Deltanet 5, we're going to give you guys a couple of months, get through the holidays, time to train, but we would like to get everybody on the platform off of Deltanet 5 and migrated into Deltanet 6 or 7 within a few months of that Deltanet 7 launch. And finally, is we've launched a new press center on our website. If you go to deltamediagroup.com and you go to the footer, you'll find a button that says press. One of the ways that we're helping think about people first and help you guys tell the story of these tools is by developing a press center where you'll be able to go to find videos, documents, flyers, brochures, and more that are all about helping you tell the story to your agents about the technology platform you have. How can you recruit using the Deltanet? Or if you're one of those companies that white labeled it, how can you recruit agents with your technology if it's ProLink Plus or if it's Galaxy or any of the online office, any of the other white labeled versions of the Deltanet out there? So we're actually creating marketing materials to help you sell to your agents the value of the product and to help you recruit agents on the value of the technology in your company. Our team will be adding assets and different collateral that you can find in our press center that are the raw files for you to then be able to customize it, add your own photos. If you've got it white labeled, you can put your own logos in there. But we want to help you tell the story of the technology that you've got in your organization. The only way to build a healthy culture of technology is by talking about the wins that you get through the tech. And so that press center is going to be key, where I'm recording videos about different features and updates, selling to your agents the value of these tools. Why should I care about my customer for life? Why should I take the time to set up that technology? We've got videos, we've got brochures, we've got flyers that will help you build a culture of technology and sell the value of these products to your agents and recruit on it. Because there's no reason why anybody that uses the Delta product should ever lose an agent to Compass or to Keller Williams or to EXP on the technology. That's simply, if that happens, it means the agent didn't know what they didn't know, and they didn't understand the value and the breadth of the system that they have that can help them run their business. So again, our goal is with Deltanet 7, we help your agents be powerful, be efficient, be creative, be reliable, and be different in their organization. And Deltanet 7 will be launching this year. That being said, I have a couple of minutes here at the end of the webinar to answer some questions. And so I've got a variety of different questions that have come through that I want to answer as we go through the end of the presentation here. So one question was, how can you find Deltanet Academy? So if you're not an existing Delta customer, every new client that comes on board with Delta Media Group will have Deltanet Academy enabled by default. They'll find it in the admin side under their admin home, and the agents will find it under their resources page. For existing Delta Media Group customers that want to activate Deltanet Academy, you will actually add a tile on the agent side. So if you're an admin, you're going to go to authenticate as an agent. You're going to click the plus button anywhere in the system where you want to add a tile, and you type Deltanet Academy, and it'll actually add that link to give you access into the system. Some of our customers have white labeled versions of the system. They don't call it Deltanet. And so we wanted to give the ability for you guys to get in, build training courses. When you're ready for your agents to see it, you simply add a tile. That'll be a quick link into Deltanet Academy. Somebody else had asked about the ability to white label the system. Absolutely, you can rename it. You can change the logo of it. We also support white labeled apps in the App Store. So if you called your system anything other than Deltanet, and you still want to be able to have a mobile app that's a white labeled version, we do offer solutions for that as well. So you could pay to have your app, your version in the App Store with your company's logo. So that is possible. Another person was, do you have the ability to create text message templates? The answer is yes. Our platform does support automated text messaging that can be integrated instead of email campaigns or sending text message blasts. We have two different options for how you can enable texting in our platform. You could purchase it at the company level and give texting available to your agents in their CRM with virtual phone numbers, or your agents can enter their credit card and buy their own phone number and set up their own automated text messaging in the Deltanet. We do have that included in the service offerings. There's also a question in here about if there will be more options for commercial agents, newsletter options, e-cards, and flyers. And the answer to that question is, of course, yes, as well. So over the years, we've built a huge segment of commercial brokerages that work with Delta. We've got commercial websites, we've got commercial flyers and postcard themes, and more. So yes, there is support for commercial agents. And as we continue to grow and onboard more brokerages in our commercial division, we do have offerings for that as well. We absolutely can support commercial brokerages and agents inside of the Deltanet. Another question is, somebody had brought up that their MLS does not release sold data. Is there something that they can come up with stating that sold data won't be released to the public, but rather just used internally for CMA purposes? So I would add that the sold data that Delta gets access to is typically provided by the MLS. So long as your MLS provides a sold data feed, we can certainly pull it. And we do have the ability of determining if that sold data is shown publicly or strictly internally in our system. So long as your MLS gives Delta access to the sold data feed, yes, we would be able to accommodate that, but that would be reliant on that third-party MLS okaying the sold data. As it relates to creating new web pages, so this is actually something that I'm glad somebody had brought up. Currently in the Deltanet, you can add custom pages to your website. The system that we have in place right now is called the Pages system, and it's a system that allows you to create pre-created pages or custom create your own pages of content. The system today is a little bit complicated for your traditional agent to make their own custom page. You have to understand a little bit about styling and padding, You'd have to be able to do a little bit of light HTML work to make a nice formatted page. The question was, is it going to be easier to create custom pages in Deltanet 7? My answer to that will be yes, because we are reworking the user experience of every internal page of the Deltanet. All those pages in Deltanet 6 are being revamped in Deltanet 7 with an easier user experience in mind. I can't commit to if the next version of the pages system will be available at the Deltanet 7 launch, but one of the projects that we have on our radar that we'd like to do is a complete overhaul of the web page builder system into a more modular drag and drop based web page builder that companies that are familiar with WordPress would more easily understand. So we are moving to more of a drag and drop format with our page builder. I don't know if that will be at the Deltanet 7 launch, but it will certainly be shortly thereafter. That is a project that we are working on. And I believe that is all the questions that I currently have. So I'll close this webinar by thanking everybody again for taking time out of your day to sit down and join me. This was recorded, so this recording will be made available for those that would like to be able to share it with their teams. And if you have any questions about Deltanet Academy, Delta Pitch, or Deltanet 7, please reach out to me. You can contact me at sales@deltagroup.com, or any of the forms on our website also come directly to me. And for those of you that are existing partners, many of you already have my cell phone and email. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have questions, if you want to schedule meetings with our partner success team to start scheduling how you want to do your Deltanet 7 launch. We'll have a lot more to share over the course of the summer once the beta is available, but we're happy to start that planning now. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful afternoon. And again, this recording will be going out soon. Thank you.